this video, I want to share with you guys 7 classic fingerstyle songs that are all based on a Travis picking pattern, and more specifically based on what was taught to me as the inside out finger picking pattern. I believe in other parts of the world this is sometimes known as the inside outside pattern, and either way it's basically this pattern where we go thumb, first finger, thumb, middle finger, and it's this pattern. There are other variations on it when we have an alternating bass note. And if you're not already aware, Travis picking is kind of a catch-all term for anything where we have this alternating thumb. And it can be between 2 strings or between 3. Now, I've taught that pattern in depth in the past, and I will leave a link in the description to that video. But I wanted to share with you the songs in this video and show you how that pattern really enabled me to play these songs, or it was certainly a huge help. And I've seen it be a huge help to students when I've taught this pattern, and then we've gone on to learn some fingerstyle classics. The first one is actually Landslide by Fleetwood Mac, and it is exactly that pattern, just without the last note if we do 2 rounds of that picking pattern. So just with a C major chord, I've looped that pattern twice, do it again, but we don't play that last note. And if I then change chord from C major to C/B to A minor 7, we have Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. Originally, this is capo 3rd fret. And if we compare it to that inside out pattern, which was just 4 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can see how it leads to being able to play this song. And that's the advantage of this. If we get the underlying mechanics down and perhaps learn how to play this pattern with any chord in a particular key, like the key of C, we learn how to master the underlying mechanics, and it's a lot quicker to learn the songs that we're going for. So that's a great example. Our next example, another Fleetwood Mac one. This is The Chain. This is again based on a Travis picking pattern, this time going for the octave of a D note in drop D, capo 2nd fret makes that the key of E, or E minor. So we've got an octave of the root note, and then to begin with, D minor 7 chord. There it is, there's that same inside out pattern that we looked at earlier. Comparison in C. There it is. Of course, the actual riff is a variation on that pattern to make it signature to The Chain, but having those underlying mechanics enables us, again, to have a handle on what's going to happen later in the song, especially if you're familiar with playing other chords in the key that you're in. If you enjoy this video, why not check out the full range of courses available at andyguitar.co.uk. From total beginner to advanced, acoustic and electric guitar, we have structured lessons, exclusive song tutorials not available on YouTube, regular live lessons so you can get all the feedback you need. Try all of this for free with a 10-day free trial. The link to that is in the description. Let's get back to the video. Another song which I don't think I'd have been able to learn how to play had I not learned the inside out pattern first is the intro of Let Her Go by Passenger. Particularly evident there at the end. And again, a great warm-up for this is basically playing the chords of the chorus, but with the inside-out pattern. Well, you only need the light when it's burning low. You only miss the sun when it starts to snow. The tricky bit of this, of course, picking that melody while keeping that thumb going with the standard Travis picking octave, or other common ways that we play, first to the fifth on the A minor chord, for example. You only get that instinctively if you've looked at something, at that underlying mechanics and that inside out pattern. With any of the chords in the song that you're learning is going to really help. My next song example varies that pattern slightly, but it's all based on the same stuff. And this is another iconic fingerstyle piece. This is Dust in the Wind by Kansas. A slight variation on the pattern. The original one was thumb, first, thumb, middle. This one does some together, thumb and middle finger together, then thumb, first, thumb, middle, thumb. A lot more going on than just 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Another well-used pattern in its own right. And again, we can vary or give it the melody by playing the C note, the B note, and then the D note, which are just C major scale, which again were the first places I learned that. Was with this inside out pattern. It really helps to look at that kind of thing. Another song that uses the exact same pattern as Dust in the Wind is a drop D song. And if I just play that exact same pattern straight away, D, I'm going to put the highest note on the thinnest string. Can anyone guess what it is? That is Dear Prudence by the Beatles. The way I played it there and the way it's played on the original is actually covering all 6 strings. And the first time, for a good long time with that one, I was all fingers and thumbs. But with this one in particular, it becomes really handy to have experience playing not only inside out, not only alternating the thumb to string 6, but also using string 1 with the first finger. So assigning fingers 1, 2, and 3 to strings 1, 2, and 3. And the thumb covers the thicker 3 strings. And it goes from this pattern to this pattern. And we can change chord with that. When we're on root 5, tend to be going 5, 4, 6, 4. And when we go root 6, it's more common to go to the octave. You could do this and switch it. Either's totally fine, but it kind of prepares us for when we have those harder parts like Dear Prudence, and perhaps where we're having to do it with lots of different chords. So. To again show you where this could lead to, I've just tuned my low string down to D and my high string down to D as well, which I believe is called double drop D, so you've kind of got both these down to D. And if we go into this tuning and just simplify that original inside out pattern slightly, we basically have Going to California by Led Zeppelin. Other parts to that song, obviously, which are going to give some people some problems. Hopefully you can see there that to learn that kind of pattern, and I can definitely not play it perfectly, but I won't be able to get anywhere near playing the melody and then keeping an underlying pattern going without working through these sorts of things first. Just having a bit more freedom to loop that pattern as long as you need to, as long as you need to get it comfortable and really get in the groove with it. and then vary it slightly. Add a melody or change chord, just according to basic chord theory, diatonic chords in a key, and playing major scale notes, because that's basically what all these fingerstyle pieces are doing. It does then lead you to be able to go on to learn other pieces that you wouldn't have been able to take on had you just worked through it note for note without any underlying skill there. Probably the most advanced fingerstyle piece that I can play based on this kind of technique would be Mr. Sandman. This is certainly a piece that I had to learn note for note, but once I'd learned the basic notes and the chord shapes, there's a freedom to that right hand which I actually vary and add some extra notes sometimes, add some extra rhythms. For example, when all these are added, we're back to the same pattern as we've used already numerous times. So there are these through threads, and hopefully that one through thread of the inside out pattern or the inside outside pattern, that's level 1 of it. Level 2, varying the root note. And then finally going finger 1, 2, 3, 2. Gives you those underlying foundations. Maybe change chords within a key, like the key of C. Maybe add some notes from the major scale, the C major scale, for example. And you've got the underlying foundations that are going to stand you in really good stead whenever you learn any of these fingerstyle classics, or when you go on to learn any fingerstyle song that you want to do, or you come up with your own pieces. This is really good foundations. I'll leave a link on screen now and in the description below to my tutorial covering more fingerstyle techniques and more about this inside out pattern. And I hope that really helps you make some great progress with your fingerstyle playing.